So, light and dark energy for. We're doing it first. We'll start with Capricorn. That's what we'll start with Capricorn, I guess. That's the first time that it came up in my head. Alright, so for the light side of things, we have joyful muse, which is inspiration, and beginner's mind, first breath. So with those two cards, I'm getting that if you're lacking inspiration, you need to kind of like reset your mind. Reframe your mind as if this is the first time you're experiencing life again. It's funny because I just saw that one episode of Bluey where they were playing a game and it was Born Today or Born Yesterday. I don't remember, but basically the dad goes around pretending like he was just born like yesterday or whatever with the kids and pretending like he was experiencing things for the first time. And at the end of the episode, he's kind of just like laying on the ground looking up at the leaves falling from the tree. And the mom asked the kids if they were still playing their game, and they were like, no, we stopped playing that ages ago. And she's like, huh, and realized that he was just like enjoying life all over again as if it was the first time, because he was just like amazed by everything. And then they were like, it was up to them to like teach him things as they went throughout the day, because he didn't know anything. So that's kind of what I'm getting. And I kind of hear, like, if you've heard a story before, if someone's already told you this story before, now obviously use your own discernment and make sure it's not something that's going to lower your vibration. Allow them to tell it again and pretend like you've never heard it before. And really like zero in and pay attention to it as if it's the first time you're hearing it. Because you might get some new information from this story or notice something different. Maybe you notice the way that they're telling the story, or like their body language as they tell the story. Like, just pay attention as if it's like the first time that you're hearing it. Just like if you have a craft, because there's like a violin and a paintbrush that the cat is holding, and the cat's also wearing glasses. So really look at your craft with new eyes, as if this is the first time. Maybe if you paint, maybe don't try to actually paint something specific. Maybe just throw paint at the canvas. If you play like an instrument or whatever, maybe you don't need to try to play a specific song that somebody already wrote. Maybe you just pluck at the notes and see what happens. Just pretend like you don't know what you think you know and keep going and just try it. Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of like getting from that. Like, you really just kind of look at things for like with fresh eyes for the first time. So maybe when you wake up, try to keep in your mind that this is your first day of life. This is your first time. This is your first time doing whatever it is that you're doing, whatever your craft is, whatever your job is, whatever it is that like actually brings you joy, because sometimes the things that bring us the most joy bring us the most stress, because we're trying to create something very specific, and if it doesn't turn out your way, then it can get really stressful and really frustrating. And right now I'm kind of like getting this energy of like, maybe it's just time to set aside structure right now. All right, and we have beginner's breath going along with the Fool. And the Fool is giving this energy of like a baby. Like, it really is. It's giving me this energy of like being an explorer. Try something you've never done before, or maybe something you have done before, but try it in a different way. Try a technique that maybe that isn't even a technique. Maybe just get like a sponge and start throwing it at canvas, or just, I don't know, do one of those like water dip painting things. Because it feels like they're like with death here, it feels like it's a change. Like death represents a transformation, and within death you have this lady who's also opening up her rib cage. Let me just make sure it's not showing too much, but like death is opening up and allowing life, and then when life opens up, death, like it's all connected. Life is within death, death is within life, and at times that's where our protection lies. Endings are protection, living is protection. It's giving like death protects life, life protects death. Like it's a cycle that needs to happen to continue forward. And then after that, it's the Magician. So whatever this transformation is, it's going to be a huge transformation. You've got all of the planets. Like, this is giving the universe is on your side. You're manifesting it. But there may be a lot of like stress with like trying to create this structure, and you're looking for stability, but you're doing too much in the way of like trying to frame it and structure it the way that you think that it's supposed to go. And sometimes with like the 3D versus the 5D, we can get so caught up in, okay, my business is this. I just need to sell this many paintings, this many songs, and then I'll be okay. And the universe might be just trying to give you, just throw something else at you. Like, instead of selling your painting to, like your paintings on your website to specific people, maybe what they're trying to bring in is somebody who owns a museum that wants to display all of your work in the museum. And then with like the music, it could be somebody that sees your talent online and says, hey, how do you feel about booking a concert? Or maybe even like playing with this band, or hopping on this record with these people. Like, it feels like this energy of the universe is trying to hand you something bigger than what you're going after. And with Gilded Regret being in reverse, it's really giving me, if you trust the universe, you won't regret it. But you have to release how you think it's going to happen and step into the unknown. And that can be scary, but it'll be less scary when you stop trying to find like that specific thing, and open up to the broader horizons. And the Moon card is hold your vision. Like, your vision where you want to be is exactly where you're meant to be, but how it's going to happen is up to the universe right now. And so it's time for you to release trying to structure it the way you want it to be. Anyway, hope that helped.